crafty friends, welcome to a special unwrapping video. Today I'm going to be unwrapping my Be Mine box from Forbidden Fiber Co. So this was their Valentine's themed box, and I think if I remember correctly, they designed it to start opening on February 14th, Valentine's Day. Now I'm kind of outside of the Valentine's Day box as far as things go. My husband and I celebrate it slightly, just because it's an excuse to be nice to each other, extra nice to each other, to be nice to each other, like we're not nice to each other normally. It's just an extra excuse to do something fancy. So we do celebrate Valentine's Day, but I just wanted this box because I love Forbidden Fiber Co. and I thought it was going to be awesome. So I'm not opening it in any particular time frame. I'm not going to open it day by day. I had originally thought I'd start on February 1st and open them one at a time, and February's been super busy and I just haven't thought about it. It's been sitting right next to me all this time, but I haven't really thought about actually opening them. But now other folks are starting to open theirs, and I'm trying really hard not to get spoiled. So it's time for me to make my video so that I can see the colors so that I don't get spoiled. By the way, if you're new here, I'm Jessie. Hi, this is mislaidpages, and this particular video is sort of a Knitcast extra, where I'm going to open up these fabulous little yarn flower stems, which is going to be super fun. There's also, the box also came with these two cute little goodies that I will be opening. This one says, "You and Me," super cute, and I have the card for this somewhere. Okay, so the back of this actually does have spoilers. I'm going to try not to look, but this is the card. There's a photo contest. Oh, I totally forgot. I should have posted a photo of the unboxing. I'll have to. I believe that I took photos when I originally unboxed it. February 18th is a whip with a photo of all the skeins that you've opened so far, and February 22nd is accessories. Post a photo with the extras from the box. So this is really fun. Like I said, it was designed to be open starting on Valentine's Day. As I'm filming this, this is February 15th, so I'm only a day late, but I'm going to open them all at one time. I'm not even going to wait. So let's just dive right in here. And actually, let me tell you a little story as we're going, or as I get going. So it's been a really interesting Valentine's Day weekend. Let's just say. So my husband and I, Adam and I, decided to celebrate Valentine's Day on Saturday for a lot of different reasons, mostly just scheduling. And so we actually planned for Valentine's Day a romantic dinner in, because we knew that, one, COVID, and two, that even without COVID, getting into a restaurant on Valentine's Day is kind of ridiculous. It's difficult to get into the nicer ones, and we usually actually have a tradition of going to the lesser thought of restaurants. So we sometimes go to one of the local hole-in-the-wall Mexican restaurants, or we'll go get sushi or something like that. We usually do something sort of out of the box, because I don't like crowds and I don't like fighting for space and things like that. So, but with it being COVID times anyway, we decided we would have dinner in. So I bought us some lobster tails, Adam bought us some filet mignons, and we fixed those at home. Lobster tails are surprisingly easy to cook at home. Who knew? So we had a really fancy dinner, and I got a super fancy cake from our local bakery, because now that we have a local bakery, it is my tradition for every special occasion to buy a cake from Winter City Bakery. So we had a really great evening. We spent the day together doing fun stuff, playing some Magic, because my husband really enjoys when I play Magic with him, so I played some Magic for him, and we watched some TV together. We just had a really good day. The interesting part comes in about 12:30 that night. So we'd gone to bed, and I woke up sneezing. And I rarely sneeze, and I certainly don't have sneezing fits very often, but I woke up sneezing. So that was the first weird thing. And then I started to realize, as I was waking up sneezing, I was hearing a beeping in the distance. And that was quite odd. So I look around the room, because my first thought is something electrical has happened, because we have various devices in our house that will go haywire when the electrical is weird, and will do weird beepy things. So that was my first thought, but I look around the room and all the things that have lights on, even in the dark, are on. So then I look out in the hallway, which should have a hall light on, and there was no hall light on. So at this point, I'm really not sure what's going on. I went ahead and woke up Adam because if there was an emergency happening, better for us both to be awake than for me to have to come back upstairs and get him. We have a tri-level house technically, so to come all the way downstairs to check and see what might be going on, I'm actually 2 levels away from him. So anyway, so woke him up, we go to check things out, we finally find out that it's our CO2 detector that's beeping and blaring and going off. And half of the electrical stuff downstairs was working and the other half was weird. So some lights were blinking, some lights were off, some sockets wouldn't work, some light switches weren't working, and then other light switches were just fine. The modem was off because the Google Home Hub is just like, there's no internet. So everything is weird. We're both like groggy from having just woken up out of sleep, and the CO2 detector is blaring. So we tried the CO2 detector in a couple of different outlets, and it seemed to be pretty obvious that it was malfunctioning. However, we could not take the chance that it was malfunctioning, especially because CO2 is heavier than air. So the first thing that would happen is it would collect downstairs where the cats generally are. So I was terrified that if it wasn't going haywire, if it was really going off, that we needed to get the cats and ourselves out of the house. So in a panic, we get dressed, we start gathering up the cats, which really consisted of me snatching each of them up individually and throwing them into one cat carrier. Because like the smart and prepared individuals that we are, we didn't actually put the cat carriers, because we have 3, but we didn't put them all in the same place. There's one that I leave out because Momo really likes to play in the cat carrier. So they all got shoved into the same cat carrier, carried them outside, got ourselves outside, put them in the car, took the car out of the garage, while Adam called 911 to get the fire department out to check and see what was going on. Turns out that the fire department had been answering similar calls for 45 minutes because the power in our area was going haywire. There was something really wonky going on with the power. So a lot of people were having the same problem, and the fire people who came out to our house to check and make sure that there was no CO2 issue, and they did verify there was no CO2 issue. When they came to the house, they let us know that this was like their 5th call in 45 minutes because everybody was having that issue. And then shortly after they cleared the house, the power went completely out. So the power was then out. We were very, very lucky, I will say. It was the ice storm because the whole Northeast experienced an ice storm. And here in Virginia, we usually get like the tail edge of it, especially in my particular area, because most of the real heavy stuff will hit north of us, Richmond and farther north. So we usually get very mild parts of these kind of big storm systems. So we did get ice, and we obviously got enough ice to cause power outages and things like that. But we were super lucky because our power came on about 9 o'clock the next morning. So it was a chilly night, but the worst thing was just that stress and panic of trying to gather the cats and get ourselves out because we just didn't know. And of course, when I say stress and panic, that was me. I was slightly traumatized, if I'm being completely honest, because I think I was in a full-blown panic attack as we were getting that stuff done, because it was just like, when Adam was trying to get me to get the car out of the house, or out of the garage, I got it out of the garage, I put it to the side, I pulled it out to the side of our driveway, and then he was trying to give me instructions as to what to do with it at that point, and I could not process what he was telling me. I literally could not understand what he wanted me to do. And at that point, I was just like, I can't breathe. I feel like I can't breathe. And so he got me to get out of the car. He moved the car where he wanted to go. I am not great in emergency situations, just being honest. If you give me clear directives, then it's totally good. If you're not able to give me a clear directive, I get lost. If I have to figure out anything on my own, for the most part, I get lost. The only thing that I was like super clear on was, we need to get the cats, we need to get out. Those 2 things, I was like, done. Not a problem. But many of the other things, like I couldn't think, who do we call for a CO2 leak? Who do we call? And Adam's like, we call the fire department. I was like, oh, okay. So, good thing we're a team. So it's soon as Valentine's Day started, that's what happened. And then yesterday was great. I hung out with Adam and we played more Magic, which he was thrilled about. We had some sushi for dinner. It was great. Whole day was just really nice. I got some stitchy time to myself. Everything was fantastic. And then about 9:30, 10 o'clock, we get a call from the local emergency alert situation telling us that there is a water conservation order because there's been in their words, a catastrophic power failure at the water plant. Now, keep in mind, Adam works at the water plant. That's where he is right now while I'm filming this. He's at work. He was off shift yesterday. It has been because it's his weekend off, so he's been off shift all weekend. So this was news to both of us. But yeah, so there had been a catastrophic power failure. They lost one of the main pumping stations and were in a position where they were having to service the whole area with the reserve water that they keep. So they were like, yeah, you don't use water unless it's absolutely necessary. Do not take showers. Do not wash your dishes. Do not wash clothes. Like, and I was like, oh, that's fun. And so Adam was assuring me, well, probably they're going to get the plant back online in a few hours. They need to get a new generator because he's getting his information from, the folks that he knows. And he's like, well, they need to get a generator up and running. Once they do that, it's going to be several hours. But once they do that, then they'll be able to start generating new water, basically processing the water and making it good enough to put back out into the system. And so probably by morning, there will be water, but they'll probably put out a boil water advisory just to ensure that nothing has gotten into the system, because when the system gets low like that and the pressure drops, it can allow things into the systems, microbes and stuff like that don't normally have an opportunity to enter the system. So he's like, probably they'll get it back online. In the morning, there'll be a boil water advisory, but we'll probably have water tomorrow. Well, as of this morning, there was no water, reserves had been used, and the generator was not back up online, and they had not been able to produce more water to put into the system. So it's not just a boil water advisory, it's a we don't know when there's going to be water again advisory. Yay. Yeah, I don't know how many other videos I'm going to make this week, so this might be an extra that's not really extra, because if I can't shower, I probably won't make a whole lot of videos, just being honest. But yeah, so we're currently without water, and I think, if I remember correctly, Adam told me earlier that they had started to pull some water to start processing, but I've not received any notifications from the water company or the local emergency system to say that there is water in the system again yet. So chances are it'll be a few days before we have water, which means we're living off of bottled water. And pretty much the entire town, we're talking like almost 10,000 people, 10,000 customers, which is probably significantly more people because that's just based on the addresses that have service. So, yeah, so that's where we are right now, and that's been Valentine's Day weekend. But I will say, I'm so happy that we decided to have a nice dinner in, and we pre-planned that and got that all set up by Friday, because we had the Valentine's Day I wanted without any hitches or anything like that. And I'm a little superstitious, so I feel like part of that is because we didn't do it on Valentine's Day. But regardless, so we had a great Valentine's Day. But it's been interesting, and it looks like it's going to be an interesting week. So anyway, should we get into I don't know if you were here for 15 minutes of chat, but I thought about actually doing this as a whip and chat, and then I just didn't feel like setting up the camera for a whip and chat. So this is what you get. So this is color number 1. I love these little flowers. They're so cute. So let's see. Ooh. I'm probably going to do that with every color, so just be aware. One thing I really love about Forbidden Fiber Co. is that there's always a little note that gives you an idea of what the inspiration was for the color. So this is coming off pretty well on camera. It's a periwinkle kind of color. It's very pale purpley blue. Really, really nice. And then this little card says, "Too cool. Are you too cool to be my Valentine?" So it's a nice cool color. Are you too cool? So I'm guessing Too Cool is the colorway. Let's see, which one is number 2? Here's number 2. Ooh. I'm trying not to tear my little cards as I'm going. I should have double checked. I don't remember. I don't remember what the fiber content of these is. Oh, here it is. Okay. Each mini skein is approximately 70 yards, so it's 20 grams, of Gluttony sock yarn, which is a super soft and lofty superwash merino nylon blend. The color palette was created and dyed specifically for this box. So yeah, it's a 70, it's probably an 80-20 mix of superwash and nylon. But I like sock yarns because they tend to be a little bit stretchy, which is what you want in a sock. So this is really pretty. It's got a very similar pink, and I apologize for the lighting. The lighting is horrible today. It's got a similar sort of periwinkle color, but it's mixed with this dusky pink. And this one is Smile. I mean, what if what if I don't want to smile? So that's that one. That's number 2. I'm not necessarily worried about keeping these in order because chances are pretty good I'm not going to use these for the pattern that came with the box. Just because the pattern looks cool and everything, but it doesn't look like something I actually want to knit. It looks like something that would be fun to own, but it doesn't look like something that I actually want to knit. So this is number 3. Ooh, I like this color a lot. So here's color number 3, which is a nice kind of rustic pink kind of color. Sort of a muted fuchsia. And this is XOXO, Hugs and Kisses. So that's that one. Let's see, number 4. Number 4. Number 4. Ooh, I like this one. Oh, look at this. That's a pretty pink. It's coming off really red. If you've been here a while, you know that I have color balance issues. But it's a really, really nice pink leaning towards purple. So it's got some blue in it, as Heike would say, I think. I aspire to be as good with color as Heike is. This is called Forever. Forever Yours, Valentine. It's really cute. I love that she's made these into like conversation hearts. Each one is kind of like a conversation heart. So let's see, where's number 5? Here's number 5. Number 5 is alive. Ooh, lucky number 5. This is so pretty. Okay. This one's called All Mine. This yarn is all mine. That is absolutely 100% true. Look at that purple. I love it. I love it. Oh, it's my favorite. It's so my favorite. I love already. I love these 3 together. I love it. I love it. Oh, gorgeous. I'm never unhappy with Forbidden Fiber Co.'s colors. Never, never. So here's number 6. Ooh, I like this. This reminds me, this actually has a Ruby and Roses cast to it because Addison loves pink. This is a very Addison kind of pink. It's gorgeous. Look how pretty. and this is like it's a wonky skein. I'm not sure what's happened in there. It's got a really interesting twist in it. So whoever was winding this up must have gotten some like real torque on it. This one's called True Love. What is true love anyway? True love. That's really pretty. These colors go so nicely together. So pretty. Okay, so that was 6. So now we need 7. 7 is one of these with the lovely flowers. So I'm going to have to figure out how to save the flowers, because the flowers are really cool. Oh, they're just, okay. So there we go. Just save the flowers. I'm going to do something with them. I'm not sure what. Save the flowers there. Save the flowers. Ooh. Ooh. This is nice. This is a nice dark purple. Hug me. Air hug. So that's kind of funny because it reminds me of the Snuggie colorway. So it's funny that this one's called Hug Me. Okay, so number 8. Number 8 also has little flowers. These little flowers were such a nice touch. Turning it into this kind of bouquet, I think, was really super cute. Ooh. Ouch. Come out, come out. Aww. It won't come out. So this is a really nice dark blue. It's got just the teeniest hint of red to make it slightly purple, like a super dark purple. Like if I were to call this or compare this to a DMC cotton color, this would be 939. You DMC nerds out there know what I'm talking about. This one's called Soulmate, which I like a lot. And we aren't talking about shoes. That's really cool. For some reason, Soulmate just really it just really resonates as the name of this one. I like that a lot for the name of this color. I like it. Let's see. That was 8, so now we're on 9. Number 9. Ooh. Look at that dark. It looks black. It's actually a really deep, intense green. It's like a hunter green. Be true. Only authentic, no imitation. That's nice. I like that a lot. I'm stacking them up in front of me so I don't have any room. Number 10. I just realized my pile of paper is on the table where you can see it. I wasn't paying attention. So this is another green, but it is a lighter sibling to the previous green. Only you. No one else will do. I like that. I normally have my camera angled differently so you can't see the end of the table, and then I just throw things off the end of the table when I need them out of the way. And the whole time I forgot that the trash can's right here. What else? Okay, number 11. So this is the last of the flowers. I don't mind if the flowers sit where you can see them because we like flowers. Okay, so number 11. Ooh. This is like a peridot kind of green. Love bug. Have you been bitten? So that's love bug. If I can hold it so you can actually see the color. So it's a nice light green. And last but not least, our final color. Ooh. That's interesting. So it's sort of like a fade that goes back and forth from light to dark to light again. That's really kind of cool. Okay, so this is Cutie Pie. You are 100% of my Cutie Pie chart. That's cute. So here is Cutie Pie, which is it's a Grogu green, y'all. Look at that. It's like the same color as Grogu. So there we go. Let me see if I can hold these up. It's probably not going to work terribly well, but I will try. I think I've already gotten them out of order, but there's half of them. And then we've got these four as well that I'm going to try to hold up somehow. Okay, so there are all the gorgeous colors. They're so pretty. I love that it's not like, it's not your anticipated Valentine's Day palette. I mean, we've got some pinks in there, certainly, but I love that it's more like a Victorian flower garden, really, because we've got these lovely muted tones here, and all these different kinds of flower colors. Even this dark, I've seen irises this color, this dark blue, that's the soulmate color. And then you've got the greens that are the stems and the leaves and stuff. I think that's fabulous. That is absolutely fabulous. I can envision this being some kind of botanically inspired kind of shawl or something like that. I think that would be super fun. So let me show you if I can remember where I put it. I think it's right here. So let me show you. This is the pattern that comes with it. And this pattern I already talked about is called Sweet Talk. And you're not going to be able to see this picture very well, but I will show you what the pattern looks like. So obviously this is black and white so as not to spoil. But you can see in the middle there is something, it looks a little bit like a 4-leaf clover, but it's made out of 4 hearts. So it's a really cool looking shawl, but I don't know that it's something that I'm particularly interested in knitting, just my personal thing. And part of it is because I've already looked at part of the instructions, and that looks, it looks far more than challenging. It looks really difficult. So, but I have the pattern. I can certainly try it at any point. I don't see myself diving into these particular minis immediately. There we go. Okay, that's a little bit better. Blah. So there we go. There are the colors that I have now completely mixed together. I think that looks kind of cool though. But I do love that color palette. I think that's fantastic. I'm super happy about the colors that were chosen and how they've put that box together. I think it's awesome. Super awesome. So, I have all these papers now. Let us not forget though, we have 2 extras here. Let's see what the You and Me bag is. I feel like this might be a stitch marker. Ooh. As I throw it on the floor. Okay, where did that go? Oh, okay, here it is. It's several stitch markers. This may end up being a full blooper reel. So it's several stitch markers. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus. Sort of, yes, no, yes. There we go, sort of. So they're little heart-shaped stitch markers. They're super cute. There's silver ones and there's gold ones. So it looks like 2 gold ones and 3 silver ones. I may have dropped a gold one, which I will attempt to find later. But those are super, super cute and totally appropriate for the Sweet Talk pattern. Oh, the gold one's inside. There's a third gold one. So it's six stitch markers. The third gold one was in the bag, so I'm just going to put those right back there. And then one last little gift here. Aww. It's a cute little magnetic picture frame. Look at that. That's super cute. I wonder if this is like one of those standard pictures that comes in picture frames, or if this is like Leanne and her husband or something. Because I wouldn't put it past her. Okay, yeah, this is this is the standard couple in a picture frame. My gift. Or Mr. Gift. So yeah. I just thought I would check. That's super cute. I love this whole I love the idea behind it. It's super cute. So if you have a sweetheart, you can put them in this little sweetheart frame. Let's put that back together. And you can stick it right on the fridge or any other magnetic surface because it's got a little magnet on the back. That is sweet. Super sweet. Very nice. There we go. So that is the whole box, y'all. So now that I have opened all of that, yep, magnetic picture frame, conversation heart candies, and the conversation heart magnet that I think I already put up here somewhere. Oh yes. So that was the magnet that we saw when I opened the box. I keep a bunch of magnets up here because it's a convenient place to keep magnets. And then I get to see them all the time. So yeah, so that's the entire box. It's really, really exciting. I'm so happy that I got that box. I definitely will be getting more Forbidden Fiber Co boxes. In fact, I just received, literally right before I started filming, I got my I Smell Snow box. So this is a Gilmore, if you couldn't tell, this is a Gilmore Girls themed box. It says I Smell Snow. And the really cool thing is, this is a cutout, like they did this custom. And even these little coffee rings are cutouts that they've put on the box. I think it's so cool. And on the bottom here, it says, you, me, donuts, coffee, standing out in a snowstorm. Lorelai Gilmore. So I'm super excited about this. Look for an unboxing of this coming very, very soon. This is not an advent or a countdown or anything like that. It's just a one-shot specialty box. So I will unbox it and we'll all get to see what's in here. So that's all I have for you right now. I hope you have enjoyed my little story about Valentine's Day. And all the yarns that we saw. These are fabulous. I love them. I cannot wait to decide what kind of pattern to use for these because I love it, love it, love it. But yeah, I might consider using them for Botanique, which is a Casapinka pattern that is being re-released very, very soon. Maybe. We'll see. I'm trying not to do new starts quite yet, but I'm trying not to cast on anything new. But I love these colors. I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing. If you've enjoyed this, definitely hit that like button. And if you want to see more of this and other stuff, including cross-stitching and diamond painting and tutorials and all of that fun stuff, then hit that subscribe button. And if you want to be notified anytime I post anything new, make sure you hit that little bell. And I will see you all next time. Have a great one.